Hey guys, happy Groundhog Day. I'm at a special place today. I'm in Arlington Heights, Illinois, at the Jewish Shalom Memorial Cemetery. And there's somebody very special buried here that I'm going to attempt to find. It's very snowy, it's very icy. It took me a while to find this grave, but I think I've spotted it. I'll show you in a second. So as you can tell, we've had a lot of snow this year. We just had a, Arctic weather, polar vortex a couple days ago. Negative 25 degree, negative 30 degree weather. Well, now today it's 40 degrees out. Everything's melting, but you can see a lot of the graves are still covered. But I think, doing a little research, I think this is where Harold Ramis, famous director, and also played Egon Spengler in Ghostbusters, but famous movie director, and particularly this time of year, Groundhog Day, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. But I think, if I do a little digging here, oh, and look at that. I think I found it. Look at that. I can't believe I found this. The grave of Harold Ramis, famous movie director and actor and beloved star. Born and raised in the Chicagoland area. This is really cool. I grew up with Ghostbusters. I was born in 1986. One of my all-time favorite movies. Was obsessed with the cartoon, had all the action figures, had the car. This is really special. And he's way out here in the northeast corner of the cemetery in plot, I think it was 9B. That's what that sign says? Yeah, so plot 9B. But there is the final resting place of Harold Ramis. I can't believe I found this. This is amazing. One of my favorite directors of all time. Ghostbusters he acted in, but he actually directed Groundhog's Day. Analyze this, analyze that. Caddyshack. National Lampoon's Vacation, to name many other movies, but just one of my favorite all-time actors and movie directors. It's very cool. He's buried here in Arlington Heights, Illinois. And I'm just kind of short of words right now. I can't believe I found this. There's literally no real easy way to get out of here. I am sloshing my way through the cemetery. I've almost fallen a couple times, but he's buried right over there in the corner by a residential fence. Probably a lot easier to go in the spring and the summer. I would not recommend going this time of year, but it's Groundhog Day. Had to pay the tribute. Happy Groundhog Day, everybody. I am here in Woodstock, Illinois. I don't know if you can see the sign there. It's Groundhog's Day, and this is where they filmed the famous Harold Ramis movie Groundhog Day, starring Bill Murray, right here. So I'm just exploring Woodstock, taking in the festivities. Let's check it out. This is the Woodstock Square, and in the movie, this is where they actually have the Groundhog Day celebration that Bill Murray, as a weather reporter, is assigned to capture. And it all takes place here in the square. And there's where he dances with Andy McDowell in one of the famous scenes of this movie. It's a beautiful day out. It's a heat wave. It's like 35 degrees out here in Illinois. We just survived the polar vortex. Vortex? Polar vortex. I think that's what it was. We survived the polar vortex of 2019. It was like negative 25 degrees with no wind chill. Negative like 30 or 40 degrees with wind chill. It was crazy out, but it's kind of wild. Now that it's like 20, 30 degrees, it actually feels great. It feels like a heat wave. But here we are in the Groundhog Day Square. Just walking around. It's kind of cool. Check this out. You still have the polka music playing from this morning. I actually didn't make it out for it. They do every year have an annual Groundhog Day festival. Not sure if you saw a shadow today, but I think after that terrible winter polar vortex that we had, really even 10 degrees like spring. This is so cool. They're actually playing theme music from the movie Groundhog Day right now. Here in the Woodstock Town Square. This is kind of the love anthem in the movie. Bill Murray and Andy McDowell danced under the stars up here in one of the more romantic scenes. That's an epic looking drinking fountain. Not sure if it's on. Probably not on right now. It's too cold out. This is incredible. So right here is where the old man was standing, and Bill Murray would walk across the street, and this is where Ned Ryerson would actually approach him and confront Bill Murray right here in the corner, and Bill Murray and him would converse and then walk this way. This is amazing. Ned Ryerson. And he would run across the street, and that's where he saw Bill Murray. What's amazing is they even have free movie showings of Groundhog Day every year on Groundhog's Day. You can see the film here at the theater, here on the big screen, and it's a free showing. Very cool. They even have a poster here advertising Groundhog Day, the movie, filmed in Woodstock, Illinois, 1992. Celebrating Groundhog Day every day here at the Woodstock Theater. Appeared as the Alpine in the Groundhog Day movie. That is so cool. Oh, this is so cool. I was just walking to a local tavern to meet up with a friend. I just so happened to see this across the street. This is amazing. Look at that. So you got Bill Murray, Ned Ryerson, Ned! It's Ned Ryerson. That is awesome. They even have other movies depicted across this. This is really cool. Citizen Kane, War of the Worlds. Go for it. But the one and only Groundhog Day, filmed here in Woodstock. Pretty amazing all this history took place here in a small town like Woodstock, way up on the Illinois-Wisconsin border. Hey, check it out, I got a watch too. It's the two-way screen watch from Dick Tracy. This is amazing. So Chester Gould, who actually created Dick Tracy, I guess he lived here in Woodstock for 46 years. This is where it all began. Look at that, stars of the Opera House. Mickey Rooney, Ed Asner, Orson Welles, Buddy Rich. And of course the Harold Ramis movie Groundhog Day. There's that picture of Bill Murray jumping off the Opera House. That's classic. Pretty cool. And of course, it wouldn't be Woodstock without a tribute to the big guy, the Groundhog, Willie. There's like a door here. Is anybody home? Did you see your shadow? Did you see your shadow? Pretty cool though. They've got a tribute to Willie the Woodchuck in Orson Welles. Probably wouldn't sit in his lap. He, you know, Santa Claus, maybe. Very, very cool. Time is definitely the theme today, and we've got a popular chocolate shop, so I thought I'd check it out. Oh, it smells amazing. Hey, heard this place has a good reputation, so I was like, I have to check it out. Oh, wow.
It's imported from 4 different countries.
Wow.
There's Haiti, Guatemala, Dominican Republic, and Ecuador. So we roast all of our beans here. We make all of our chocolate here. We've got all of our chocolate up here, so we've got truffles, seasonal stuff.
Oh, that's a cafe back there. That's fantastic.
Drinks back there. There's also other foods. So there's like something else back there.
Really? I love the interior. That's kind of unique. It almost looks like a train car or something along those lines. It's kind of crazy. That's cool. So what are you making here?
I'm just making raspberry-filled hearts.
Getting ready for Valentine's Day, looks like?
Yeah, I have a lot of things out.
All right, so yeah, I'll definitely do one Woodstock Square, and then I'm going to try that You're Turning Violet. I think that'll be it for now. Enjoy a couple truffles here. What's awesome is they even have this cafe in the back. It's like a bar counter. This is really, really awesome. I love local establishments like this. This is the You're Turning Violet truffle. I'm gonna try this. I hope I don't turn into a blueberry like in the movie. That's fantastic. Again, I hope I don't turn into a blueberry. We'll see what happens. I'll film it if I do. Got a hot chocolate too. It's a chocolate shop. It's gonna be fresh, I can't resist. It's amazing. If you're ever in Woodstock, check out Ethereal Confections. If I said that right. I'm still not a blueberry, that's a good sign. If it hasn't sunk in yet how all out Woodstock goes for Groundhog Day, just check out the bookstore window here. It is all Groundhog. This is awesome. I even found this book here in the bookstore by Violet Ramis Steele, Harold Ramis' daughter. Life with My Dad, Harold Ramis, the Ghostbusters' daughter. Very cool. Fitting for the theme. Even the bookstores sell Groundhog Day t-shirts. Ooh, and this is mandatory Illinois reading. Portillo's. How It All Began. A little off topic, but if you're in Illinois, that's gotta be a must read. Even have a Woodstock Willie's hot sauce. This is great. Groundhog Day wake up sauce. What does it say? It'll get you up tomorrow. Or I guess it just says it'll get you up. That's great. Standing outside the famous Opera House here in Woodstock, Illinois, where right there, Bill Murray jumped out of the top of that tower in the movie Groundhog Day. Apparently a lot of famous actors such as Orson Welles actually grew up and began his acting studies here at the Woodstock Opera House. Right here in the Woodstock Square. There's the McHenry County Courthouse. Random fact, Woodstock is the county seat. Still have some of the lights up. And here for the mother shot. Here it is, the Cherry Tree Inn from Groundhog Day. The famous bed and breakfast that Bill Murray stayed at. And every morning when he woke up, it was Groundhog Day. Looks like they got the place all decked out. And it's open till 5, so I think I can actually go inside. There's a shot of the street at the end of the movie when the snow begins to fall. Looks like they even have a plaque here that says Groundhog Day 1992, the Cherry Street Inn. So let's check this out, the Cherry Tree Inn from Groundhog Day, right there. This is really, really amazing. It's like just stepping through a movie that you've seen time and time again. Not sure which room Bill Murray's room was, but we're going to check it out. Here we are inside the Cherry Tree Inn. Tag us, Cherry Tree Inn. A bunch of Groundhog Day memorabilia, looks like. Very cool fireplace. So check this out, they even have free cider and free coffee and cookies. So if you pop in on Groundhog Day, they've got some food and some drinks, and it's all free. You can enjoy it and take in the scenery. Just another view of the dining room. I've got my hot cider here. Going back into the main entryway. And it's such a cool fireplace. It's like something from Clue, or like some kind of Victorian manor. Let's check out upstairs. Oh, this is amazing. Some more Groundhog themes. The Magnolia Suite. The Black Walnut Suite in here. Oh, I can only imagine Bill Murray waking up, the alarm clock going off there, 6 a.m., Sonny and Cher song playing, and the shot through the window. Oh, this is amazing. There's that famous shot. Today is tomorrow. I'm not sure if this would be, oh, it's a shower. I don't know if that's the bathtub that Bill Murray would have dropped the toaster in. Electrocute himself, but the old oak room. Looks like they don't have bathtubs here anymore, for probably good reason. It's like some relaxing salt kind of room, maybe a massage room. Oh, the massage-in session. Or massage-in session. Cherry Blossom Suite. Oh, there's a bathtub. Don't drop a toaster. This is great. More Groundhog themed decorations on the doors. I guess there's another story, so let's check it out. Oh, and it's locked, so that must be a suite, I'm assuming. So there you have it, guys. That's a tour of the very inn that Bill Murray stayed at in the movie Groundhog Day. This is amazing. You know, I think what makes the movie Groundhog Day so spectacular is that it really touches home. Sometimes we find ourselves in life of days of repetition that we're not too happy about, not too excited about, you know, whether it's work, you know, personal things, relationships, you know, sometimes we find ourselves almost trapped. And I think the lesson of Groundhog Day is to not look inward so much, but look at the big picture, look at the community around you. You know, help others in the community, get involved. You never know where it can lead, and a lot of times it can lead to better things and can free you from that repetition. So ultimately, one of my favorite movies. It's incredible to be here. Awesome. Here in Woodstock, they even have a street called Dick Tracy Way, named after the Dick Tracy comic books that were created here in Woodstock. You know what? I'll take a sweet vermouth on the rock with a twist. Groundhog Day. I never get Spanish. Oh, thank you. Cheers. Sweet vermouth with a twist. Groundhog Day, Woodstock. Woo. I'm gonna make the Bill Murray face. Watch it. And right here they have a plaque. Let me move that out of the way. Groundhog Day. Bill Murray stepped here, and that's where the famous puddle was, where Ned Ryerson laughed at Bill Murray and said, "That's a doozy," right there. But they have like a, looks like a burn or something, I guess. I guess you can't really step in a puddle here anymore. Maybe you could here.
A lot of this stuff has been kind of like over. It's
Oh,
like
yeah?
you fixed it, you know, over the years.
Yeah. It's so cool that they have that. They mark it with a cone because we just got out of a polar vortex.
There's a little plaque here, you know?
Yeah, they
See?
do. That's great. They have a cone because that polar vortex we just had. They have to show that that's where the puddle was underneath all
Oh, there's
this.
like enormous piles of snow.
Underneath all the snow, exactly. And there's Woodstock at night, all lit up. And I think me and Chris are gonna have some Mexican food here at Toqueria La Placita. Was this now? Is this where they filmed that diner scene, Chris, in the movie where Bill Murray's having
I
like?
don't know.
Was this? Did this used to be a diner?
They may have filmed that over at like the old bed and breakfast or something.
Oh, okay. Did this used to be like a breakfast joint, like a diner?
It did, yeah. This was like the Tip Top Cafe. That was the Greek place. And
Oh,
now
cool.
it's the Mexican place.
Oh yeah, right here, Tip Top Cafe. Cool. All right, well we're gonna check it out. So here in Woodstock, this was the cafe that Bill Murray ate at with Andy McDowell. It's now a Mexican restaurant. Right over here is where Bill Murray actually sat, filming the scenes in the breakfast joint. You can see that wall protruding out right there. He actually sat right there with Andy McDowell, and then the camera pans back here. Pretty cool. It's now a Mexican restaurant, but this used to be the cafe. Huh. And I think this looks more like a rat, but I guess that's a groundhog. Here in Woodstock at the Opera House, they've got brochures. The biggest day of the year in Woodstock, Illinois, Groundhog Day. Mark your calendars. Exploring the Opera House, there's this cool cafe next door with this picture of Bill Murray and Punxsutawney Phil. I think I said that right. Is it Punxsutawney? I think that's the original name of the town. Inside the Woodstock Opera House, they have a vibrant collection of quilts. We didn't seek this out, we stumbled upon it, but it's still pretty cool, I guess. Please do not touch the quilts, Chris. Do not touch the quilts. They will throw you out. Churn Dash Monkey Wrench. It's a good Foo Fighters song. So apparently this was Stephen Tobolowsky's room last night. So Ned Ryerson, there's his trash. I'm not going to be weird about it and dig through it, but apparently Ned Ryerson stayed here last night. And here's another good money shot of the street. Little utility truck pulling through, but guys, no matter what you find yourselves in life, I think it's good to look at the big positive picture, get involved in the community. And just remember that today is tomorrow.